Welcome back to Financial Freedom with Jewel. Today we're going to talk about 4 proposed tax cuts that can make a huge difference and put a lot of money in your pocket. But first off, this is not about politics. It's strictly me bringing you the facts. But I'm going to need you to give me one moment. I'll be right back.
You know I'm a stranger, willing.
Okay, as promised, there are 4 potential tax cuts that can benefit the American people in a very big way. As I said before, we're not talking about Trump, who you voted for. That has nothing to do with this. We want what's going to be best for the American people. Number 1 tax cut that's being proposed is no Social Security tax. You guys, that is a game changer. For the simple fact is, you work all those years, you pay taxes on the Social Security to receive it back when you're 62 on up typically, and they want to tax it. They look at it as taxable income. Don't understand it. It makes no sense at all. But the proposal right now states that there will be no taxes at all on retirees' SSI benefits. So we want to clap for that one. That is a huge one. That's going to make a big difference. I have loved ones on that, and I'm telling you right now, it is a huge tax break for them. Number 2 is, have you ever been a waitress before? I have been one. And I'm going to tell you right now, waitresses do not make as much per hour because they have tips and things like that. They have to consider their tips. But did you realize that even though they make a lower wage, they also have to pay taxes on their tips? You guys, something about that just is not right. You possibly may see, of course, it has to go through all the checks and balances in Congress and things like that. But President Trump is proposing no taxes on the tips. So, wonderful thing. And I think this is a wonderful one because I'm a small business owner, and you want people that work hard and that are really diligent about doing their job. But you also, there's times when you have to pay overtime. But guess what? When you pay overtime, you're already giving your blood, your sweat, you're coming in on the weekends, you're doing extra work, you're picking up extra hours. But guess what? When you are paid, they're taxing that too. So the proposed tax cut that they're talking about, no more taxes on overtime. Huge, huge relief. As a small business owner, I typically find myself hiring other people to come in because I can pay them the lower rate, although it's still a good rate, it's just a lower rate than I have to pay somebody time and a half, okay? But at the same time, when I have to pay the overtime, that person is already working, but guess what? Now they're being taxed on their overtime. So President Trump is proposing that since these people are hard workers, they typically pick up extra work, they make sure things are moving and shaking, no tax on overtime. That would be huge. So that way you're taking more money home in your check. So if you're taking time away from your family to work overtime, if you're taking time away from your personal life, your work-family balance, guess what? Now you're gonna be rewarded so you don't feel like, oh my gosh, I worked all these hours, they tax them half of them. So that is a huge one. And the number 4 tax proposal, what they're proposing through the administration is this. They're gonna bring back, we're gonna continue the tax cuts of 2017. If you guys recall with those tax cuts, I know I remember bringing more money home on my paycheck, but instead of being in the 39th percentile for tax, you'll be in the 37th percentile for tax, which is good. 2%, it makes a huge difference. Any little bit I can get, I'm thankful and I'm happy for it. And I'm kind of thinking to myself, now you talk about these things being proposed, and we know that it's a proposal. I have a feeling it's going to really push through strong. Now, I think there's also going to be some, what they call some possible limitations when it comes to overtime, when it comes to, tips. They're probably going to put some kind of filters in there to say, if you make this much, we're not going to tax it. But if you get up to this much, we're going to tax it. You guys, I don't know, but I am hoping that they'll do something with that Social Security. Like I said, I have loved ones that depend on that. They've already been taxed. They've already worked all their lives. They've been taxed on it. Then they're double taxing them again. Makes no sense. So we'll just kind of wait and see what happens. But also, I want to remind you, I need you to watch the video about how to pay down your mortgage, how to pay off a car. Even with high taxes, you don't have to make a whole lot of money. It's called velocity banking. You guys, it works. So I'm going to encourage you, watch the videos and learn how to pay off your debts in record time using velocity banking. It works. It's a game changer. Don't believe the hype. Saying it doesn't work, you guys, I'm doing it and it does work. And I was a skeptic. So until the next video, I'm Jewel. I'm your financial freedom friend. I'm here until you win, and you win by learning how to leverage your money to make it work for you. You don't have to be a rich person. You just know how to tell your money where to go, or you're going to wonder where it went. We're trying to change that narrative. So like the video, subscribe, and share. Sharing is caring. It tells YouTube this is great information. We want to get it out to the masses. So I hope those tax cuts pass. And I've been told that because of all the cuts and things like that going on with Doge, I have sympathy for people that are losing their jobs. Like, that's hard. But anyway, because all those tax cuts are going on, they're saying they can push all these tax incentives past Congress, and it'll show some, I don't know, you guys, maybe in the future, it's going to give us a little bit of a little release on taxes. So anyway, fingers are crossed. Don't know. So we'll see. Okay, we'll talk to you soon. We'll see you.
It's funny.
You think we can do that again?
Yeah, I think we can go lower. And I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm bringing it from 21 to 15, but you have to manufacture your product here. And then you pay 15%. And then I'm going to put tariffs on countries so they can't come in and steal our business.